5 through 12. My name is Mr. Adam Verbsky. I'm the head director of bands here at OG. While this gym may be the home of Titan basketball, we would like to remind you that this is not, in fact, a basketball game. We ask that you please respect the student musicians and your fellow audience members by remaining in your seats throughout the performance. If you must leave or re-enter at any point during the concert, we ask that you please do so between pieces. We also ask that you please silence all electronic devices throughout the duration of the concert. The entire performance is being recorded live and will be uploaded for later viewing. All previous performances dating back to fall 2020 are available on our band website, which you can find by searching for the Ottawa-Glandorf band in the search engine of your choice or by navigating the OG Schools website.
Tonight you will get to see the entire progression of our band program, all the way from when our students first have the opportunity to join band in 5th grade up through their high school ensembles. First up, we have our 5th grade, consisting of members from all 3 elementaries here in the district. Now you may have noticed that the students have disassembled part of their instrument. It's easy to forget where we all started once we've been rolling in the band world for so long, but it took us a few days to get our instruments together and playing properly. So we're going to show you exactly what we did back in August. As a matter of fact, we didn't even start with the full instruments. Band, can you get out your mini instruments? One of the first hurdles you have to get over is making a good sound on your instrument. A good way to establish a strong bass line is to have the wind players, those being the instruments that use air to produce and maintain their sound, use just the very first part of their instrument. Brass players, it's easy enough. Trumpets just pull out their mouthpiece. Flutes just pull out their head joints. And our reed instruments, those that produce sound with the small wooden reeds, have to put it together quite a bit, including their mouthpiece, reed, the ligature, barrel, neck, all that, so. Now, I apologize in advance, but I promise this is probably the most obnoxious thing you're going to hear this evening, but this is where it all started. Ready to go. It's time to figure out how to hold them correctly, which took us quite a while. A lot of us started out like this. But after some instruction and plenty of reminders, we eventually got it right. But believe it or not, we still have one final step before we're ready to play again, because wow, we've got some pretty awful posture going on right now. Since most of our instruments use air in order to play, we have to make sure we sit properly, so that our airways are open, like this. And now we're ready to play. Band, let's hear a note. Let's make sure we're all playing the same note. Flutes, trombones, percussion, can you guys play a B flat? Clarinets, trumpets, can you play a C? Saxophones, can you play G? But you'll probably recognize it. Then Mr. Verbsky will conduct a short little march. Next, we will show you what it sounds like to play in harmony, which is when different instruments or groups are playing different notes that sound good together. Here is a duet called Lightly Row. To finish out, let's introduce some of our instruments. Each instrument is going to play on their own first so that we can hear each one before we combine as a full group for our grand finale. Let's start with the highest wind instrument in our 5th grade, which is the flute. While not a reed instrument like the clarinet or saxophone, it still falls into the woodwind family of instruments. It is also generally our softest instrument. Flutes, here we go. Instruments now, we have our clarinets. Both the clarinets and saxophones produce their sound by vibrating a small wooden reed against their mouthpiece. Clarinets tend to make a nice, full, rich sound with their lower notes, which is what we will demonstrate now. Next, we have our other reed instrument, the saxophone. Specifically, these students are playing the alto saxophone, most well known for its use in jazz bands. Later in this concert, you will also see some students playing the tenor and baritone saxophone, which play much more lower notes than the altos. Instruments. Normally we would have both trumpets and trombones in 5th grade, but these students just showed so much interest in the trumpet that we ended up with no trombones. But I'll tell you a secret, some of them will probably end up playing trombone. The trumpet is probably one of the most recognizable band instruments, so I don't think it needs any introduction. patiently waiting to be mentioned. As many of you are probably well aware, our percussionists typically use a wide array of instruments, many of which you will see as the evening progresses. For our 5th grades, however, all of our young musicians have to begin learning how to play the bells, also sometimes referred to as the glockenspiel. This instrument is similar to the piano, except played with mallets to strike the individual bars. We'll see some of the larger variety of mallet instruments later on with junior high and high school. For now, though, the bells. Instruments and how much these students have learned so far this year. As our grand finale for 5th grade, here is everyone together on Skip It Lou. Looking forward to see what this group can accomplish next year in 6th grade. But speaking of 6th grade, you guys are up, so we're going to do a quick transition.
Can we get another round of applause for these 5th grade musicians on their first band concert? Great job. And here come the 6th grade. These students have been in band now for all 5th grade and 6th grade. So almost 2 years of experience here. This is their 3rd concert. They performed at this concert last year and then at the holiday concert back in December. Several things we are going to hear from them. We're opening up with the Andante section from Haydn's Surprise Symphony. The story behind this, Haydn, classical composer, was getting sick and tired of people falling asleep at his concerts. So he wrote a piece with a lot of sudden changes, loud to soft, soft to loud, to shock everyone awake. So you'll hear some of that. Following that is Antz, which is an excellent arrangement where the ants go marching in. And then we will be closing by actually using this monstrosity over here, played by our very own Cooper Hazelman, as we get some beginner's rock. for these fantastic sixth grade performers.
Next we have our junior high ensemble, which is a mix of our 7th and 8th graders. We're playing 3 songs for you tonight. The first one is a classic march that Mr. Verbsky is going to conduct. The second is just a nice upbeat piece, and our challenge piece is Shipwrecked. Seas are unpredictable and powerful, and this last song portrays a moment of tragedy and fright one may experience during their voyage a seas.
How about another hand for our junior high band musicians there? Next up, we got a bit of a different ensemble coming up here. This is our high school jazz band. Every year they get to decide on their own name. This year they decided they wanted to be the Verbsky Underground. For some reason, they generally have an obsession with my last name. That's been the theme of many of these names. Regardless, this consists of our high school musicians who do the jazz band. The jazz band concert, the full-length jazz band concert, is coming up here soon. You can see it in your program if I can find it. There it is, Thursday, May 7th. That's here at the high school in the auditorium at 7 p.m. on Thursday, May 7th. So if you like what you hear, there's more. Come to the concert here in a week or two. I think we're largely set up behind us. Maybe. First track you're going to hear from us. Oh my god, I'm all out of order. There you go. Little Mangione, Land of Make-Believe. You're going to hear from Natalie, Recker on the trumpet, Greg, Rosengarten on alto sax, and a little bit of Lucas Bredberg on drum set. Now, it is standard practice in a jazz band concert to applaud when the soloist is finished. Okay, I wouldn't worry about Greg and Natalie because we're kind of going to segue straight into something. But for sure, when Lucas ends, and you'll know, you can give him a round of applause. Anyway, here is maybe Land of Make-Believe. And normally we don't do this, but we're actually going to play a second one for you. We're going to play Moondance here. We're going to hear from A.J. Brittin on Barry and Greg Rosengarten on Alto. So if you like that, come to the concert here at Oregon F. Okay. Thursday, May 7th, once again, in the auditorium. Hey, school, come on down. I believe we're doing our booster drawing now. Yes. Have I lost her? There she is. While she comes down, I'll really quickly introduce what the high school is going to start with. Gustav Holst, very famous composer, you'll probably recognize his work, The Planets. we are playing part of his first suite for military band in E-flat. We're going to play the third movement here today. We're playing the piece in its entirety at Cabaret next week. Same time, or sorry, not same time, 6:30 next Monday. If you're interested in that, that's the full high school concert.
Okay, I'm Jennifer Mag. I'm the treasurer of the Band Boosters, and I'm up here representing the Band Boosters just with a couple of, I guess, announcements, and then we're going to do our drawing. First of all, from the Boosters, thank you for everyone showing up tonight. Your kids enjoy your support. And then thank you for everyone who's supported us through the fundraisers throughout the last year. The students appreciate that. We also wanted to say congratulations to Ms. Dunlap. She's now completed her first year here at OG, and we hope to have her for many more years to come. When you're married to the band director, you get to spend your birthday here, don't you, Mrs. Verbsky? So happy birthday to Mrs. Verbsky. Did he pick the date just so he didn't forget? Is that why? Or he wanted to get out of dinner or something? Then we want to give a huge shout out to the OG Rotary. Back in December, I stood down here and said, we need a band trailer. And we have been so fortunately blessed by the OG Rotary. They are sponsoring a trailer for us. And I am very excited to say the trailer has been ordered, and now we're just waiting on it to come. So if you know any Rotary members, reach out and thank them, because it was something we desperately needed, and they pulled through amazingly for us. And then one other announcement before we get to our drawing. We need some Band Boosters members. We, as the boosters, our main, I guess, job is fundraising. What we do is we raise money to support your band, our kids. We can't do things like buy new instruments. We can't do things like buy the rights to music. We can't go to band shows. We can't buy or color guard their uniforms and flags, and there's a lot of things that we do behind the scenes that before I was the treasurer, I never even knew happened. But it takes a lot of money and it takes a lot of manpower. And the more people that come together to do it, the easier it is to get done. So if you love a band student and you love the OG band program, or even maybe just Havsy love the OG band program, but you have a student involved, if you're a grandma, grandpa, parent, older brother or sister, anybody who wants to join the boosters, reach out. We have a Facebook page, but we would love to have some new members. As people graduate, parents phase out. As kids choose other activities, parents phase out, and we need people. So please come support the boosters. And then one other thing, we are going to draw for our 300 Club. If you've been here at other concerts for the year, you know what this is. If you have a 5th grader and tonight was their first performance, you might not even know what the 300 Club is. It's a raffle that we do, so people pay in money for numbers, and then we draw. Every month we draw. So far this year we've had enough money, and we take the money in and we give half of it back to the members through the drawing. And this year so far, or this year we will have 56 $50 winners. So tonight we're going to draw 6 numbers. One thing to kind of look out for in the future is we are thinking about changing the name of this from the 300 Club to the Golden Note Club. It might change, for those people that have done it in the past, it might change slightly, we might make the amounts different or do the drawing different. We haven't discussed that yet. But when that letter comes in the mail, there again, it takes lots of money to support our band. Please send it back. Or you can Venmo us. We're going to add that this year. Make it easier on everybody. So I have some 5th grade students who enjoyed their first concert here tonight, right? And they're going to help us draw numbers. They're going to pull a number out, and the number gets to go back in the drawing. So go ahead. And our first winner is Ron Schmitz. Our second winner is John and Nancy Schwab. Our third winner is Barb Dooley. Our fourth winner is Carol Shorgan. Our fifth winner is Katie Wilson. And our sixth and final $50 winner for tonight is John and Sarah Kreinbrink. Thank you to everyone who's supported the 300 Club.
Sorry, Jen just gave me a great idea. It's my wife's birthday. I think it'd be cool if the band played her happy birthday. We don't have music or anything. We haven't practiced this. I think some of them might know it. So you remember when Miss Dunlop said earlier that this is the most obnoxious thing you'll probably hear? That was a lie. It's this. We have one final selection for you tonight. For those of you that are unaware, we normally attend what is known as the Large Group Adjudicated Event hosted by the Ohio Music Education Association. However, our performance was prevented. If you remember the great wind that came a couple weeks ago, that prevented us from making our appearance. Fortunately, all ensembles that were not able to attend due to weather are allowed to attend the state level event anyway. So we will be attending the state level event and competing for our rating next Friday. That's Friday, May 1st at Findlay High School. We perform at 8:45 p.m. So nice and late. And plenty of time for them to get to bed and get ready for prom the next day. So, this is our select piece, Declaration Overture. Thank you all for coming tonight. I hope you enjoy. thank you all so much for being here tonight. One round of applause for all of our wonderful student musicians tonight. Drive safe. Thank you all so much for coming.